E in bocca al lupo, eh. Mi raccomando, divertiamoci, bella partita e fino all'ultimo pallone.
Back in 2003, have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Washington football team. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. An option handoff given to Sanders. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A give running left. It's Sanders. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. Check tight.
Looking to throw. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. He'll look to set up his blockers. And he takes us beyond the 35 before... out of bounds. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line They're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Chambers. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Chambers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
No.
And it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn
Era libero, era.
that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
2nd down and 7. They run with Sanders off the option. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Here now, Johnny Townsend as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. To throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
But they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone a leap, and he will make
Ma non è possibile.
and he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play there for Philly. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
An option handoff given to Sanders. He's to the 10, and finally down at the 9-yard line.
Ma perché mi ha messo questa?
Punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Sanders. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Three tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal.
52 is the mic right here. 52 is the mic.
And he's in.
Ma come he's in?
It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Vediamo.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Chambers. He's going to take another shot here. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A give running right, Gibson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's a give to Gibson. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Looking to throw. Chambers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. This one from 48 yards away. Prater's kick is good. So that, Charles, a season-long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, You've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on
Bravo,
offense and
Jack.
find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll look to throw.
Ma guarda te che drop. Ma guarda te che drop. Ma porca miseria.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. This is Smith with a grab. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 14. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They run with Sanders off the option. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Now back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I think it's safe to say that that was not his primary target when the ball was snapped, and then he led him too close to the sideline, and he ended up with a loss on the play.
Yeah, great toe tap, but you lose yardage, so you wish he didn't even have the toe tap. Wish he would have been out of bounds.
Yeah, catch it. Just make sure you're out of bounds, right? Just don't get it all down as he did there.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today. I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. On first down, it's Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Chambers. That one tipped and it's incomplete.
Riesca a lanciare.
Good hands there defensively. And it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Chambers.
Non è possibile pure con...
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Pure con la double coverage quello mi arriva sempre addosso. Non riesco a fare un lancio.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dive. From the gun, Chambers. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed. 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this from 53. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that'll move him back within 6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. He'll drop to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15.
Like 22, he's coming. 22, right here. I'm coming. Like 22, like 22.
They'll set up a throw. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted. but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Touchdown! It's complete. Robert Tonyan hitting double digits with
Bobbino Tonian.
Out of the season. And Washington has tied the ball game with the extra point still to come. Extra point good by Prater. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. He'll fire deep for Lega. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic.
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw here on first down.
No, e prendila.
Intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
22 by 22. Coming to you, coming to you.
They'll try the left side. Sanders.
E dai, però. Mannaggia la miseria.
81 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Bravo Giacomo che corre.
Back to throw now on first down.
Eccolo il sack.
He will go down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Back to throw here. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six.
Sì.
That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. The Sanders on first down with a little bit of space as he works his way forward, a gain of 4. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving.
Gibson gets hit and he fumbles it.
Wow.
Che culo.
The ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. Almost like it's almost like
Che
baseball.
bucio.
Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. A handoff for Gibson.
No!
Nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple and that's
Se
it.
becco quel buco lì
In the
è
first half, he was held in check
campo
on the
aperto.
ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Chambers. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Proviamo.
From the gun on 3rd down. Chambers. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll try to left side.
No,
It's
mannaggia.
Yates. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Chambers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And that last throw, Charles, an important one stat-wise for this young rookie. It puts him over 4,000 yards passing for the season.
And you think about some of the great seasons by rookie quarterbacks in recent vintage. How about Andrew Luck in 2012 with 4,374 yards? Cam Newton had a big rookie year. So did Robert Griffin III. And how about Justin Herbert in 2020? He hit the league with a splash.
They'll run with Gibson. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Gibson.
No.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Off-play action. Chambers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Robert Tonyan, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Mamma mia.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
Concentrato stai. Cacchio fai? Guarda, gliel'hai messa sulle...
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Second and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Making the catch is Sternberger. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's Sanders.
E non lo prendi.
The 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
No, vai, bene. Ha cambiato lo schema lui.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Ancora dormono, amore.
The 34 now. Here's first and 10.
È vero. Patata.
A give to Gibson running right. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's Gibson.
Abbiamo un altro bel primo down. Così.
47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On first and 10, it's Gibson.
No!
And he only manages a couple here down to about the
Sarola,
38-yard
la
line.
in zone.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 8. A carry for Gibson. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On third down, here's Gibson. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Prater's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Like 22.
They'll drop to throw. And this is
No.
caught by Watkins. They find some open field here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
So I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now.
No.
They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And
Ma dai, ma va incontro a prenderla.
Go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll look to throw again. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Like 22, like 22.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Like 22, like 22. Check.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
Back to throw again. Touchdown, Eagles.
Ammazza che touchdown.
Watkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
Ammazza che
Now
touchdown.
after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
No, tutto solo.
Incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get. Taking the big shot
Ma
downfield,
dai.
that winds up incomplete.
Su.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Chambers. They'll roll him out right. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Washington on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Off play action. Chambers forced out to his left. It got his man complete. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A huge play there for Washington.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And all the way down inside the 5 to the
Grande primo down.
69 yards rushing for him now on 17.
Grande primo down qui.
Like that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll run with Gibson, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Looking to throw. Chambers. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Robert Tonyan with his third touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. For the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Amore di papà, buongiorno. Ben svegliata.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That'll be caught. It's Lega. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
No!
And this one nearly picked off. Yeah, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Piegare i panni, amore.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 25-yard line.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And it'll be
E Marshawn.
Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore.
E Marshawn.
His guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. So a victory here for the Washington football team. And maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
Questa pesa, questa pesa, questa pesa, questa pesa.
How often do you see division games get decided?